So why is it that gold is outperforming stocks right now? Well, that's an interesting take. Guys, welcome to the channel and talking about the price of gold. This is from Forbes, and again, I'm not giving any kind of financial advice here. I'm just talking about what we see happening with precious metals. If you want to learn more about this topic, preparedness for economic crisis, economic collapse, strongly recommend my book, Surviving the Economic Collapse, based on my experience of going through just that in Argentina. And having gone through that, you see that gold does hold its value very well when your economy crumbles. When your fiat currency is worth nothing, gold is actually very valuable. Again, not giving any kind of financial advice. We're talking about something very specific in which the economy basically dies. And yes, if that happens, you're looking at, I wish I had bought a ton of, that precious metal that retains its value. Historically speaking, in our DNA, we have the idea that the shiny metal is worth a lot of money. But what we see happening right now is that because of the geopolitical scenario in which we're in, gold is outperforming stocks. Gold keeps hitting new record highs. Why it is outperforming stocks as rate cuts provides latest boost? Well, just because of that. Well, the rate cuts definitely help. And here's a spot gold price on Friday at new record. Well, basically what we knew, gold is on track for its best return since 2010, outpacing even 2020, 25% gain as the COVID pandemic accelerated doomsday investment. So COVID did scare people into sheltering there. And here is, again, I insist, I'm not giving any kind of financial advice. Don't go buy a ton of position in gold, right? The truth, though, is that I'm very much of the idea of that you want to have it physical. Physical is what matters. When this goes down, physical is the only thing that matters, because everyone goes, it is in my bank, it is in my vault, it is in my safe. You're not getting it back. Oh, but I have this piece of paper that says I own that. Well, you have the piece of paper, but you don't have the gold, do you? Well, the guy that owns the gold is the one that keeps it. This works the same way for crypto. If you have a certain amount of Bitcoin, and if you're buying just a little bit, I always have the link there in the description of the video with Coinbase, which is the biggest trader and maybe the safest one. But it's not as safe as keeping it in your hand. And I get it's a lot more complicated to understand Bitcoin than gold. Gold is super simple. I have shiny piece of metal in hand, and as long as it's not counterfeited or filled up with crap, I have it. Great. Now, with Bitcoin, you can have the exact same thing, but in the form of either a paper wallet or a hardware wallet. The key word is my own wallet. If it's in the exchange, it's not under your control. You need to move that from the exchange where you bought it. Yes, even with Coinbase, which is maybe the more reliable one, but as reliable as it is, it's still like a bank. It's someone else holding it for you. You have that according to them, but they're the ones really holding it. The only way in which you make absolutely sure that is on your control is moving it to your wallet. Physical wallet, like the little USB thing with a little screen and little buttons, that, or you can even make a paper wallet. Yes, a piece of paper which basically just has your private key. Your wallet consists of the public key, the one you give away so that they send. It's basically like a code that locks your Bitcoin within the blockchain, which is public. That's everywhere. It's like a ledger. It's like a big old bearded dude writing down who owns what. And that's why there's no confusion there. It could not possibly be. It is a ledger of who owns what with those private and public keys. The public key is the one you give away. The private key is the one that you better guard as a maniac, because that's the thing that keeps it private. That's the one that you use to actually move it around or not. But yeah, interesting. I don't think it's something you should look through this more than what it is. I wouldn't be considering gold in the same level as stocks in terms of long term, in terms of historically speaking at a short term. Obviously, stocks is the one that it's your little bit of the elite, right? Buying those those stocks that have a sustained gain even during some of the worst times of the modern day economy. It keeps on growing, right? With gold, it is just hitting. And besides, this point is, I cannot emphasize it enough. It's great if you have it physical, but the moment in which you go out and sell it, you take a big hit. Unless this happens at a global scale where, or even at a local scale, even when this happens locally and your own currency is worth nothing, well, you do have that. And that is a lot more valuable than having nothing at all. Anyway, guys, it's going to be all for now. See you on the next video. Take care.